Good evening, and welcome to Rock Truth Radio. I am your host, at least for today, Selena K, and we thank you for joining us as we rock truth or absolutely nothing at all. We live in a society today where truth, even before our very eyes, is consistently questioned, criticized, and altered to fit a person's ideology of God's original intent for the kingdom and for mankind. We believe that the Bible, our kingdom constitution, is inspired, infallible, inerrant, and the final authority for all. Rock Truth is founded on He who is the original point of reference for all things to come through eternity. Rock Truth Radio is a cross-cultural response to the economic climate and social crises of today. Rock Truth is designed to serve the physical need of fallen man while serving the spiritual need he didn't know he had that impacts, affects, and infects generationally. Rock Truth Radio seeks to inspire, enlighten, and highlight upcoming and established local queens and kings of character, and I guess also international ones today, boo, while promoting Black consciousness and awareness of who we are and to whom we belong. It is indeed a kingdom renaissance. Welcome, fellow rock youth, rock truthers. You're in the building. Hello, hello, hello.
What's up?
How are you guys today?
Great.
Good.
Great.
Awesome. Fantastic.
Amazing. It is a glorious day. It's a glorious day because this is your first official show. Yes, Jerry?
Yeah, it is.
Hey, y'all.
The first show, y'all.
Yes. Well, I know on our pilot show, we got the opportunity to kind of meet everybody, all of the girls. We already know Tamoy's from Rock Youth. She was the original Rock Youth and Rock Truth. But Jared, we want to intro you today. Could you tell us about yourself real quick, and then what attracted you to Rock Truth?
So pretty much, I'm gonna start off with what attracted me to Rock Truth. I guess, like, I heard about it, and I feel like every business or something that is thriving comes from something. Not a lot of people know it at first, but then it comes up. And I feel like just like Rock Truth is just, I feel like it's definitely going to come up because like the people inside of it and you guys are just holding it up. So that's good. Then you got people surrounding you, coming under you, putting you guys up. And that's just, I think that's just awesome.
Yeah. Well, we definitely want to welcome you to the family. Like, I'm so excited to have you here, especially holding up the man torch, you know. Yes. I guess, you know. Yes. Well, I don't want to hold you guys up too much. I am just here. I guess you can kind of describe it if Rock Truth was in a sense like Def Jam. You know, K Tony would be Martin Lawrence and I would be Russell Simmons. So I'm going to kind of like take a seat to the back and get ready to prepare my Easter speech of thank you for coming out. God bless you. Good night. I don't know if I want to say what he said, though. I'm going to probably try something else. Yeah, because I can do better, I think. Well, yes, I am going to put you guys in great hands with Miss K Tony and Rock Youth, Rock Truth. Yes. I really want you guys
absolutely nothing at all.
Absolutely nothing at all. Just be you. This is that space and that place for you guys to just be yourselves. Allow who you are to resonate and shine bright. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.
All right, I'm here with the youth having a good time. So, yes. So today we have international. We have someone coming from London. We had a little brief conversation with her a little bit earlier, and I'm really excited to get her in and get to talking. How you guys feel about it?
I'm excited. I'm excited. I like her already.
Yeah.
Well, I like
So
her
she's
hair.
already vibing with us, so I'm ready to rock some truth. So I think we're gonna bring her in now. Her name is Veritas, and she is from London. So I'm waiting for her to bring her in. Okay, here we go.
Veritas.
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome. So Veritas is the UK ambassador, lawyer, inspirational speaker, life coach. In other words, the jack of all trades, right? We want to welcome you to the show, and we're excited to have you rock some truth with the youth. Okay? So I want to go ahead and jump right on into the interview. First, Veritas, can you just tell us a little bit about you and your journey and what has brought us all together?
Absolutely. It'll be the pleasure to. So as you rightfully said, I am a barrister lawyer here in the United Kingdom. So they call us barrister lawyers. There's two types of lawyers, there's solicitors and barristers. I chose the barrister route because I prefer to go into court and face the judge and fight the case for my clients, of course. And I'm also a speaker, a global inspirational speaker. So that's why I'm here connected to you amazing people here in the States. And I'm also a life transformational coach. And my mission as a life transformational coach is really to inspire women, well, corporate women working in corporate world and lawyers worldwide to, transform from their 9-to-5s and build their own profitable, purposeful business. But my story really is, yes, you heard I'm a lawyer. Yes, you heard that I'm a woman in business. I'm a UK ambassador for Powerful Women in Business Global as well, which is a big global movement of powerful women in business. But before I got there, I came from a past. So what if I told you that in 2012, I'd been handcuffed before by police? You're hearing that I'm a lawyer now.
Wow.
Okay, but in 2012, I've been arrested twice. I was put in a police station cell twice, processed at 3 a.m. in the morning for being at the wrong place at the wrong time, and actually had 3 pending convictions against me. I was an ex-glamour model. So you see those video chicks you see shaking their booty and doing their photo shoots. I was that woman. There's still pictures of me out there. It is what it is. Yeah. And I failed my first year. So I'll say between 2006 and 2012, it was 7 years of failure. But I call that my 7 years in the wilderness. Okay. I don't even call it failure. It was a failure season, but I call it the wilderness season because who I am now grew in that season. I failed my first year, not once, not twice, but 3 times on my law degree. I dropped out of law school twice.
Wow.
And when the pending convictions got dropped against me, I think before that year ended, when I was in Jamaica with my ex-partner, I actually did a prayer. And I said to God, you know what, I want things to change because me and my family weren't talking. I had no relationship with my parents, like I was the rebellious one. So we weren't speaking. I had that convictions against me and my life looked like it was either prison or death, in all honesty. And I couldn't take it anymore because I knew there was more to me than that. I just took the wrong turn and I wanted it to stop. And I prayed about it and God clearly answered because everything unraveled. Wow, but it unraveled for my good because all those convictions got dropped against me. In reality, I should have been convicted for at least one of the crimes. I should have, but God had a different plan. I'd been in court pleading not guilty, having a lawyer advise me. But that year, when everything got dropped, I went back to school. They let me back in to continue my degree. I decided not to quit anymore, went back to school, graduated in 2015, and then went and did my postgrad and was called to the bar as a lawyer last year. So between I had my 7 years in the wilderness between 2006 and 2012. 2013 to 2019, God did a total 360 in my life. And now I'm embracing those failures. And I believe that God didn't just allow me to go through all of that to sit down and just chill and be like, okay, God, you saved me. He made me go through that for me to help somebody else. So now I'm out there as a speaker and as a coach, turning my mess into a message because there's people out there who are still trapped in a bondage of shame, or they believe that because of where they came from, they can never be successful. Well, I'm a living embodiment and a living testimony for God's glory that's not true.
Right.
That is beautiful.
Teach it.
That's who I am.
I know that's right.
Okay, so tell me this. I have a really quick question right now. In terms of everything that you were going through, how did you, I know God first, but what were some things that for those who are going through some of these things that you would give them in tips in terms of what helped you motivate your way to, okay, I failed this lawyer, the bar 3 times. I went to jail, but I still continue. What were some things that, you know, resonated with you that made you strong enough to get through those things?
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm here.
I'm like, I don't want to miss anything. Start over, please.
In my case, at first it was a very difficult transition because when I first, when everything was happening, it looked like it was very cloudy, but there was something in me, and I think, and I could say it's the God in me that still wanted to fight back and still saw that there's a way through it. And when that way was given to me, the first thing I had to do was change my environment. So the people I was friends with when I was going through that wilderness, okay, they were falling off. I wasn't letting go of them, so I'll be honest, God had to force me. But as time also went on, I started to change my environment. So I kind of had to distance myself from the same people that were leading me astray. So it started with me changing my environment and changing my mindset as well. Mindset is really the foundation. I had to start believing that despite where I'd come from, I can still overcome. So I was doing a lot of mindset work. I spent time listening to a lot of sermons from Bishop T.D. Jakes on YouTube at the time. My father introduced me to Les Brown. I was listening to his stuff. So I had to do a lot of mindset reconditioning through the sermons I was listening to. I also started to read books about goal setting, books about self-discipline. So my personal development journey, I'll say, is what really started my transformation as well as God doing his part on my spiritual journey. I had to also do the work myself. I had to work on my mindset, change my environment as well, and start to recondition my belief system as well, slowly but surely.
Great, great. Does anybody have any questions for her? I want to open it up to you guys.
I have a question.
Go ahead, please.
What age did you decide to start inspiring women?
The age I chose to start inspiring women is when I turned 28. So when I turned 28 is when I officially decided to take it seriously. But funny enough, even during the time I was going through my darkness, I kind of already wished that I could do it. So I was like, oh, I would love to be able to empower women. But with the way my life is today, oh, it's impossible. So I thought of it, but I brushed it away. But I officially realized it's for me, and I took it seriously when I was 28. I said, okay, I'm doing this. Yeah. And I'm 32 years young now.
Okay.
I have a question. Okay, the question is, how did you really discipline yourself to become who you are today?
I went through, so I will straight up tell you it was not easy because there were temptations to go back to my old self, for real. But when I realized how much I could lose going back and how much I could gain going forward, even though I didn't know what it was, I'll definitely say prayer. I'll definitely say my environment, because when I started to change my environment, so I started to hang out with students. For example, when I got into my final year of university, I had a paradigm shift when I went back into school for my second year. I was like at a B grade. I was at a C grade. My grades were C's, and I was cool with that. But then when I got to my final year, I had a paradigm shift where I was like, you know what? I want to get A's. I should get first class grades. Why am I settling for C's? And what I did is I started to become friends. I changed my environment and started to become friends with a first class student. I started to study what they do, spend time studying with them. And then I also was reading a book called Self-Discipline by Brian Tracy, which taught me about self-discipline. Because when I went back to school, my self-discipline was at 0. So I had to do changing my environment and hanging around the people who had discipline and learning their skills. And then I also started to study books about self-discipline. And when I studied the successful people and realized what they did, I was like, okay, let me start implementing this into my life. And it's a continuous journey. The journey of self-discipline will never stop. It's continuous. Hope that answers your question, Queen.
Oh, that's right, Queen.
Jared, are you gonna unmute?
Jared.
You're still muted.
He went to Jared.
Hold
He
on,
went
can
to
you hear me?
Jared. He went to Jared.
I think
Can
we're
you hear
gonna
me?
open
We
the
come to
line.
you.
So I got a question.
Okay.
Who, like, when you were going through all this, who was your biggest, like, supporter, I guess? Like, who are you looking up to in this whole period where like your life wasn't like the best kind of thing?
When I was going through that down season, if I'm honest, I didn't really have anybody. Like I didn't have anyone I was looking up to. Because the people around me, like before all the craziness, I was looking up to people like Oprah Winfrey. I was looking up to people like Maya Angelou. Like these are women I was looking up to, and in my mind, like Tyra Banks, and I was like, oh, I'd love to be like them. But again, my environment made me feel like I was asking for too much, that I was aiming too high, you know. And even when I used to talk about the type of men I want to date, I was being told, oh, you set your bar too high for the type of men you want to date. You should just go with whatever. And I began to believe this stuff. Like maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm, you know what I mean? So I now dimmed my light to make others comfortable. And in the process, I lost my identity because I wanted to fit in.
Yeah.
So I didn't even have a role model or anything. Like I had my mother trying to talk to me, my father trying to talk to me, but the way I was at the time, I was so ignorant. I wasn't trying to listen to no one or look up to nobody. But I did have people I looked up to, like Oprah, Tyra Banks and stuff. So when I started to come back to myself, I now had role models like Les Brown. Oprah Winfrey again became my role model, and Judge Lynn Toller, who was doing divorce court. To this day, I even look up to her. She became my inspiration as a Black judge to become a powerful Black lawyer woman, you know. So when I started to come out of the wilderness, that's when I opened my eyes again, that I needed role models.
That's awesome.
So what? Oh, go ahead, Jared. Were you going to say something?
I was just saying that's awesome.
Thank you.
Okay. And it does look like we have the lines open. So 747-24-TRUTH. If anybody has any questions they want to ask Veritas. But while we're waiting on someone to call in, I did have a kind of deeper question for you, Veritas, in terms of, you said you didn't really have anybody. What was your relationship like with your parent while you were going through all the things that you were going through?
We weren't cool at all. I wasn't talking to them. And they were upset with me as well, because remember I told you I was an ex-glamour model. So I had half naked pictures out there on the internet, and family members outside my parents were coming to them and telling them, oh, have you seen your daughter's picture? She's naked and this and that. And it made me even more angry, because I'm like, these so-called family members, they could have always come directly to me. I'm not a child. I'm a 23-year-old woman at the time. Also, I was very rebellious. I was just angry. I felt like my parents were overprotective. Now I see why. Now I'm older. But when I was younger, I felt like I was being overprotected. I felt like I was being trapped. So I became rebellious. And then when I was trying to fit in with people, and then eventually I wasn't getting accepted, I was just angry, and I was trying to fill in a gap of acceptance. And the reason why I had this issue of wanting to be accepted and wanting to fit in, to the point that I even lost my identity and exchanged it, is because of childhood traumas I'd been through. Bullying, being outcasted, being called a weirdo, and things like that. What I didn't realize is things like that, it does impact you as you get older.
Right.
And it started to impact my mind. I started to feel like, okay, am I not pretty enough? Do I need to act more ratchet? Do I need to, like, I started, don't get me wrong, I love piercings today. I love piercings, by the way, still. But when I got my piercings back then, I did it to enhance my face, because I didn't think I was pretty enough.
Right.
And when girls with piercings get the guys, I said, okay, maybe if I pierce my lip and pierce my tongue and all of that, I will fit in and get the dudes. It all was coming from a place of rejection that I felt from friends. And my parents loved me, like they took care of me. But I mean, people in school, or when I said I wanted to do something when I was older, I was being told it's impossible. I went through a lot of bullying. I went through a lot of having people gang up on me, and that stuff does a lot to you. And I didn't realize how much it affected me until I got older, and I always found myself trying to please people to the point that I wasn't myself, you know. And people used to say to me, V, you love to please people. And I used to get angry, but like, what are you talking about? Go sit down. Like, who are you to tell me what I'm trying to do? Like, you trying to please people too, so don't tell me nothing.
Exactly.
But it's like I think they could see it wasn't me.
Right.
And I'd always been told, V, you're meant to stand out, but I never accepted it. I just saw it as, no, I'm a weirdo. I can't stand out. I can't lead because everyone's over there and I'm out here by myself. Like there was just so much that came from childhood. And that's what, like, even though I had my parents like in my life, I was angry. I felt like no one was understanding how I felt. And then I had my issues with my parents. I was just angry with everybody. So me and my parents were not cool. My dad weren't talking to me. And he's like, my dad's like my dog. You know what I mean? My mother, who's like my queen mother, was hurt. She wasn't talking to me. And I think because I knew they were hurting, it hurt me. And instead of me to want to make things better, I was more angry. I wanted to hurt everybody.
Yeah, and as when you're that age, you kind of had those issues, especially with mothers. I know when I was younger, I had that issue with my mom where we sometimes argue more than normal. I was a daddy's girl, so I went more to my father, for specific things. It was like my mother just always in the way, like I felt like she was always trying to. But again, when you look back, you realize there were lessons that you needed to know. But at that time, it doesn't seem that way. So I want to ask the youth on the line. Are you feeling something?
Yes, right now? I have something to say. So I feel where Veritas is coming from with like just being young, because I am 21, and like just having like your parents and then society with your peers, and you just not knowing, like, because I like piercings too. I got a lot of piercings myself, but I feel like I really like them because it's just something I like. I don't like them because, like, I try to fit in. And I learned growing up myself, because I've always been different, like with my health and then with my hair and my skin. So I learned at a very young age to not accept like the pickle juice and not accept what people think of me, because I know who I am and I know who my father is. But again, on the parental aspects, me and my mother, when I was a teenager, we used to just get into it a little bit of a lot, because I felt like I deserved a little bit more than what she was giving me. Don't get me wrong, I love my mother and she provided, but I live with my grandparents, and my grandparents are the ones that raised me. So I'm a little old school and a little old fashioned type, but now I look back and I know, like, the relationships that I have with my mom now is just so amazing. Even though, like, they can be nagging. Parents can be really on your butt, just nagging. But I know myself, being a procrastinator and being young and thinking I have so much time, it can just pass you by. But I love the relationship that I have with my mom now.
Me too.
She cool sometimes.
When she wanna be.
Yeah, now me and my mom are close. There's a time when I never used to feel like I could talk to my mom. I always used to run to my dad, like you rightfully said. And I think that also used to hurt me, because I also wanted my mom. I'm like, Mom, I need more of you. I want you to give me more hugs. I want you to just come and talk to me. I feel like you don't like me. There's a time I actually said to my mother, I feel like you don't like me, and we had that conversation, and she was like, why would you feel that? I said, I feel like you resent me at times. And I was speaking at her, and I was trying to get her to understand, like, this is how I feel. But I think as years went on, now I'm just like, you know what, I can't even be angry with my mother. She's the reason I'm here. She sacrificed so much for me. Maybe there's certain ways that she was raised, that makes her this way. I can't come and change that. And now, like, my mom, I'll do anything for her. I absolutely love her. She calls me to do anything, I'll drop it for her, So now, like, instead of me being angry, let me just find ways to be her best friend, not be angry with her. So I had to learn to release that resentment I was feeling. I had to go through that inner healing myself and just be like, that's my mom. She's the reason you're here. Just love her. And that's where I'm at now. Like, she dope. I love her.
Going through the growing pains. When you're growing up, you're going through those pains. Anybody else got something they want to say? I know I saw a lot of heads shaking. Like,
I can relate with her on the whole, like, friends thing, because I don't know, I got into a lot of just dumb stuff, like breaking into houses with like peers and just doing negative stuff. So I can see where she's coming from, because like, if you're kind of lost in life, you got to sit down and you got to think, like, what am I doing? What do I want to do? Like, and it's not going to happen overnight like that. You got to sit down and just like find yourself, talk to yourself, like become like your best friend. So I can relate with you on that. And then the whole other thing I can relate with you on is the whole mom thing. Cause like I'm adopted, so like my real mom, I don't know her, and like I'm trying to get to know her a little bit, even though like I know it's gonna hurt, and like that's kind of going hard because it seems like I'm mad at her, but I don't want to be mad at her because I'm just trying to talk to her, but she just never wants to talk to me, so I don't understand. So I can relate with you.
Reaching out to her?
Yeah, I mean I try to, but I told her to call me, but she won't call me.
That's just something you're gonna have to give to the Lord, and He gonna touch her mind and her spirit and her heart, because there's just so much you can do. Like, you know how people say you can't like save somebody that doesn't want to be saved, or like you can't love somebody that doesn't want to be loved. I don't really believe that, because I feel like when you're pouring so much positivity into someone, like love and kindness and stuff like that, that overflows. Like manifestation is real. That is real. You never know if like what they've been praying for, God is using you as a vessel to like change their heart and their mind and their spirit, for you to just water that seed, even if you aren't the one that makes it grow or sprout.
Yeah. And
That's
it's
how I feel
like
about that.
people like I feel like God, he's just like he will put someone in your life and it's just like you don't even realize, but it's like him, he's talking to you, because he's done that with me to so many people, and it's just like how did I meet this person? Like they talk to me and like seems like it's just coming straight from him. So I think that's just dope.
Yeah, I think you just got to give it time, and maybe your mom will come around. You got to pray
Yeah.
about it, and I mean, she's your mom. You only have one, so hopefully that relationship mends. And she'll come around at some
God will
point.
make a way. Trust me, she will. She will come around.
Yeah.
Speak it.
Yes. Okay. Does anybody have another question for her?
I don't have a question.
I have a question. So it's like like you going through like your everyday little, you wake up, do your little, chilly thing or whatever, and you go out your day. You ever just like just sit there and be like, I want to give up, and just like I don't know, you gotta get this like dark cloud over you. It just sits over you, and it's like you're trying to escape it, but like
Absolutely.
What I mean?
It happened to me last week. It happened to me last week. I was getting this thing saying to me, "Oh, you're building these gold mines, but where's the gold?" And I spent time allowing that voice, instead of me to rebuke the voice, I allowed it speak for too long. And when you allow fear to talk to you for too long, it can paralyze your body. It paralyzed me. In other words, I had a tension headache, and I just shut down for the night, and it made me sick. The next day I was having headaches, and then I was like, something was just telling me, call your dad. I prayed. Immediately I prayed. I said, God, listen, this is how I feel. Like I expressed how I felt. I didn't keep it in. And I spoke to my father, and my father had to remind me that when you sow the seed, don't expect to eat the fruit the next day. And he was like, you just said you're building gold mines. Gold mines last a lifetime, you know? And when he told me that, and I began to realize, okay, let me be patient with God. So as those voices kept trying to talk to me, I was rebuking them by speaking back, like, oh, the Lord is my everlasting supply. Therefore, my needs are met. God is able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all things I ask or think. I had to now start speaking scripture. And then I also meditate as well. So I really highly recommend meditate, especially when your mind starts to feel crowded. Meditate for 15 minutes. I've now made that something so that my mind can be still as well. But whenever you hear those dark voices to you, speak back. Yeah, meditate. Listen to it for 15 minutes. Music. Plug your ears, and I lay on my floor. I've got a nice soft carpet, so it's okay. I lay on my floor and I listen to it for like 5 minutes, and I'm just like out, and I meditate. But most of all, I always respond nowadays. If you hear those voices in your head, respond with the word of God. I've started doing that, and trust me, it works.
Is there like a podcast or something? Like do you just look up like inspirational things to listen to? Is it something new every day that you just plug in?
I always type like 15-minute meditation, and whatever I see that stands out to me on YouTube, I use that, and I just block my ears and lay down.
Yeah, I want to start doing that.
Okay, so it looks like we are going to get ready to take a quick commercial break, and we will come right back to you guys.
RockTruth got merch, y'all. Who is your true north? Who holds you down so you'll always know where you are? God, the original true north, the original point of reference. Check out our clothing line, True North, at RockTruth2.com for your kingdom culture needs. Everything from tees to sweats, men's, women's, and kids' sizes. Inez Essentials Whipped Body Butter has a wide assortment of 8-ounce body butter made with unrefined shea and mango butter, infused with vitamin E oil, coconut oil, sweet almond oil, natural mica powder, and fragrant essential oils. It is designed to heal and moisturize dry skin, and it is perfect for the whole family. Our whipped shea butter is handcrafted with a blend of natural and organic ingredients. The unicorn body butter can be customized to the scent of your choice. If a scent is not chosen, no scent will be added. Have you been searching for a custom home decor and crafts? Check out Delicious Designs. For more information, simply search Della Williamson on Facebook. Are you in need of advertisement or marketing tools? Branded in his image prints, logos, flyers. Contact us today. Rock True Prints is ready to serve your printing and designing needs. We offer a full array of marketing tools, logos, flyers, business cards, video ads, and website designs. If you need our services for prints, we got you there too. Contact us at rocktruthradio@gmail.com for more information.
Wow, it was like a real commercial.
Yeah.
It was.
I keep saying that butter. I got to get the butter. I keep talking about it.
It's really
buy the
good.
butter.
That butter is amazing.
Yeah, I had to give it to my sisters though because it was breaking me out. I got sensitive skin. It smells great though.
I would
Smells great, and you will shine.
And it melt in your,
I love it.
your skin like butter.
Yeah, I mean, the commercial was spot on.
Yeah,
It was spot
It
on.
was.
butter.
It was.
Butter.
Okay, so I do know that Jared has to leave. I want to thank you for all of your comments and contributions so far. But I want to give you a chance to end your way out and say your last piece to Miss Veritas.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Miss Veritas. I'll probably see you again. I don't know. I might not. But I hope all you guys have a great rest of your night.
Jared, you in our group chat? We got your number? We got your number?
Yeah, we have it.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
She got it.
Nice
She
to
got
meet
it.
you too. It's been a pleasure meeting you too as well. And like I said, Mom's gonna come around. Trust and believe.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna come around. Just keep praying about it. We're
Thank
gonna
you.
pray for you too.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Stay
we'll
true,
see you
Jared.
All right, blessings.
Bye.
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 Okay.
Oh,
So
females, it's just us.
yeah, it's just the ladies now.
Hey, girl time.
I did want to kind of backtrack on some things. I know you quoted your father a second ago. Oh, she's saying something. You're muted.
She needs to unmute herself.
You dancing in the bag.
Yes, because I like
time to
that.
rock
This
too.
lady's like, what? It must be Mary on the mic. Okay, I'm out. I'm gone.
So you had mentioned a quote from your father, and I saw something else. I looked at another interview you had, and you said your father told you, God can make your crooked path straight.
Yeah.
And I wanted to kind of hear, like, what does that mean to you, and how did you use that when you mentioned that before?
So I remember the conversation when my father said that is when I dropped out of university the second time, and I vowed I wasn't going to go back, even though in my heart I wanted to, but I was like, there's no point in me going back. For 7 years I failed. Everyone knows about my failure. The whole family's laughing at me. Everyone's written me off. What is the point of me going back to finish a law degree that I'm continuously failing at? And my father said to me, you need to think of it like this. Instead of you sweeping it under the rug, because in my mind, I was like, let me sweep it under the rug, move on. My dad was like, sweeping it under the rug, it's not going to go away. It's going to come back. Instead, go back to the place where the path went crooked and straighten it. because God can make a crooked path straight, but straighten that crooked path. When he said that, I was like, whoa, okay, that's powerful.
Yeah.
I can straighten that line, because after all, the school told me I can come back.
Yeah.
So I might as well just go back and against all odds. So I took that in telling me, forget about what people have said. Where your immediate family, your mother, your father, and your brothers and sisters are behind you. All other family members don't matter. Focus on your goal, focus on God, and know that we're here to support you. And I use that as, okay, I'm going to go back and fix this thing. I have a chance. Let me fix it. And since then, that's when I took it as, okay, God can fix my path, but I just need to trust in him and hold on to him. And that's exactly what I did. It wasn't easy, but
when I heard that, I was like, oh, that's good. You know, man, because it's just saying that, like, no matter what you're going through, it's going to straighten out. You know, like, and I just feel like I wanted to bring that out because I feel like that's a quote that means a lot to a lot of people. And I just wanted you to kind of say that out loud and how that helped you get through things, because I'm just a big quote person. So a lot of those things motivate me to keep going.
It kept me holding on. It kept me holding on. It made me hold on, because I already knew that nothing's too big for God. I already knew that God could make the impossible possible. I always remember the story of Moses and what happened when the Egyptians were right on their tail. So each time I remember the crossing of the Red Sea, that's a pure reminder that God can make anything that looks impossible possible. And things like that kept me holding on, because I know God can do it.
Yes. Anybody got anything to say? I see y'all shaking y'all heads again.
I have a question, but it was about what we was talking about earlier about your mom.
Yeah.
So how did you start that conversation off with talking to her about getting an understanding with y'all relationship?
I do remember there was a time when she sent me a message. It was a message she sent me. I can't remember the exact words. It was a WhatsApp message. I can't remember the exact words because it was a couple years ago. And I responded and I said to her, I feel like you're very resentful of me. So, and she was like, wow, no, why would you think that? So once she saw that I was saying that, she now was like, okay, let's meet. Me and her spent a day out. She was like, come, let's go out. And we happened to be sitting in a McDonald's. And that's when I expressed to myself that this is the reason I feel that way. I actually feel like she doesn't like me, that a parent can love their child but dislike them. And I just kept it real with her, I feel you don't like me and I love you so much, but I just feel like you don't like me. So I feel the same way, I have a lot of anger. And obviously, it was a very uncomfortable conversation, because I don't think any parent wants to hear their child say, I feel you resent me. And I didn't say it to hurt her. I just said it to express my feelings. At first, she didn't get it. I could tell she didn't get it. And she was explaining to me, this is just how I am in terms of, because I love you and I want you the best for you. It's not because I hate you. Don't ever feel like I hate you. I can never hate my child and stuff. And then as time went on, we continued to have those conversations. There's even times where I apologized because I did hurt her a lot when I went astray. And even to this day, she sometimes apologizes for how she handled things. And I'm like, Mom, don't apologize anymore. You didn't know any better. You went by what you were shown.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand it was love. I just saw it as my parents don't like me, so let me act out. But now I know it was just a misunderstanding of how you were brought up, what you learn and stuff like that. So, but we had to have a couple conversations, not one, because there was still continuous clashing and everything like that. But now I think as I'm entering my younger, I'm 32 years young now, and I'm now going back to my mom and saying, Mom, I'm learning about femininity, and certain things that they were saying is stuff that you used to say. And she's like, well, I told you, but you're being mean. And I'm like, I know what you meant, but your delivery wasn't nice. So we still have those little conversations every now and then, but I'm now beginning to realize a lot of stuff she was trying to teach me that I saw as being mean is stuff that I needed to know. I was just being stubborn, I guess. But we continue to have these conversations of how to have better relationships with each other and stuff like that. Yeah.
That communication.
It's continuous. It's going to be continuous conversations, not a one-off.
Yeah.
And y'all can start now, because I feel that way too. Like I waited kind of later on in the time with my mom to start having those conversations. Like maybe you can start now, even though y'all are kind of younger. Start having those conversations now, because y'all can cut back a lot of things that,
Right.
you know, that y'all can build that relationship better now. Because my mom passed away 3 years ago, so you know, we built a relationship probably like the last 6 years that, you know, that I had moved back home, and I was able to see her more and have those conversations. But for a while, we had a relationship, but it was always something there. And then when we finally had times to start talking, I'm glad that I had those times, because she's not here anymore, you know, so I was able to kind of get over those things that we had those small issues on that kind of, you know, hurt our relationship a little bit, but not a lot. But I wish we had those conversations earlier, or I'd have been brave enough to have those conversations earlier, that we could have had this good friendship that we had before she passed and years before she passed. And we could have had this the whole time, you know? So just if you are having those issues, I would say try to talk about that now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I do want to kind of move us over, because we are also, this is the month of November, so we are always talking about giving thanks. And why we are thankful. And I would say everything that's going on with pandemic, everybody just really disliking 2020. There's still some time to find thanks in everything that's happening, whether it be in little things or anything like that. I want us to kind of all share those things that we are thankful for. So I want everybody to kind of say what they are thankful for.
I'll go first. I am thankful for the trust and the faith that that God has allowed upon me to have within Him this year. Honestly, I feel like my faith in Him has grown, and that was one of my New Year's resolutions, if you should say. I am thankful for my siblings, of course, because my siblings are my rock. They are part of the reason that I breathe, and I'm just thankful for life. I'm thankful for health, and I'm thankful that I have all my grandparents still, and that's really about it. I'm thankful for you guys and this show. This show has been a major blessing in my life these past going on 6 months. So yeah.
Yes.
Who's next? Go.
Me or Nigel?
You could go, Gina. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm thankful for, first off, my father, which is God. And also I'm thankful for my grandparents for kinda teaching me a lot of stuff that I couldn't get from my parents. And I'm thankful for Mary, because she helped me get a better relationship with my dad. And that's it. That's it.
All right. Your turn, Nigel.
I'm thankful for the opportunities in my life that God has given me. I'm thankful for waking up every morning. I'm thankful for my siblings and my mother, my father too. I'm really thankful for my grandma. If it wasn't for them grandmas, I don't know where the grandkids would be for real.
Amen.
Because them grandmas love you like nobody else would, because I love grandmas. But yeah, that's what I'm thankful for.
Veritas, do you want to share what you're thankful for?
Please.
I'm thankful first and foremost for life, the breath of life. This year itself with COVID has taught me that breathing, I don't take that for granted. Every time I open my eyes and even hear my alarm, whether I want to snooze it or not, I still say, thank you, God, that I have the breath of life. I thank you that I have my own home. I'm able to come home. I'm able to be warm. I'm able to have heating. I'm able to eat, because I know there's homeless people out there. I have a home. I thank you. I'm thankful for my family, my mom, my dad, and my brothers and sisters. They've been there. We've been able to stick together. And I'm very grateful for open doors and opportunities as well. There's been a lot of that this year, despite what's been going on. So I'm very grateful to God for awakening, because I went through an awakening, open doors, opportunities, and new levels.
I like that. I like
Yes.
that. Well, I am thankful for my family, my kids, my husband. He has been a really strong rock in all these things that I'm doing. I'm pursuing my entrepreneurship, and he's been all the way behind me and all of that. So
I like
thank
Queen.
him, and thankful for my family, my mother, my father, my sister, my brother, and just for opportunity, even for having the opportunity to be on this show and work with these wonderful ladies and the young man. I'm excited for everything that's happening. And again, to wake up breathing every day. Like you said, given the fact of everything that's going on right now, we should be thankful just to be waking up. And then also, given Saturday, I am thankful for our first Black vice president.
Yeah.
So,
I'd love
Yes.
to congratulations to all of you in the United States. Like, I was jumping up and down when I saw that Biden won, number one. When I saw that Biden won, because at first my father was like, Trump lost. I said, wait, what? Put on the TV. I was rolling on the floor here in the UK. And when I saw Kamala Harris and the woman and the Black woman, I was like, Dad, I know I'm a lawyer here in the UK, but I'm doing the American bar next.
Hello.
It's a must. It's a must. I was like, yes, come on, USA. I'm so proud of you guys. Congratulations to all of you.
It was really God. I mean, can't nobody tell us prayer don't work, that he is not real, because hello, look at us.
You all came together. You are all amazing for the way you came together as a nation. I'm very proud of you all. I'm very proud of you all. So congratulations. You all deserve this victory.
And it just makes me feel good, this Black woman walking in her suit, representing
and
us.
her red bottoms.
Don't get the red bottoms.
I do want to know,
guys. I'm coming out there next. I'm coming out for the bar next out there. So y'all better root for me. Y'all better root. I'm coming out there next.
Please let us know, because we need to do like tea and biscuits and tea.
Oh, you mean the afternoon tea?
Yes.
I got you.
I like tea though, for real, hot. I don't drink cold tea. I don't like that.
I'll give you some hot Earl Grey tea. Don't worry, I got you.
Yeah, I definitely want to have to see all about it. I love tea. I don't drink coffee. I drink tea. That's what's in my cup.
Is it sweet?
It's sweet. It's spicy. It's good. It's all of that.
Algon tea.
Look, how do you take your tea?
I take my tea.
We talking about it.
I take my tea piping hot with. I don't use sugar. I've cut out the sugar, so I use 2 teaspoons of honey.
Yes, that's me. That's me.
Or I use 1 teaspoon of sweeteners. That's how I take my tea. Or I put cinnamon in my tea if I want it spicy.
Ooh, the cinnamon. Because, I like the tea with the ginger. Ginger is really good for, like, your colon and pain. So I like ginger tea. And ginger a little spicy. It's a little spicy, too.
Now, have some
like that spicy stuff. Tea, and I don't even like it.
That's because you drink that cold sweet tea. That's the tea. I
want hot sweet tea. I don't know.
She nasty, bro.
Hey, have Earl Grey. Have Earl Grey. Earl Grey have some really good hot sweet tea for you.
Yeah, I take mine piping hot too. Ogren tea. That's how I take it. Piping hot.
I like Lipton tea. I like Lipton. Okay, I like my
Ginger's a fraud. She's a fraud. Like,
I like my GGT. If you ain't had GGT, I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, it ain't all that. But
it is all that. You know what? Stop playing.
And a bag of chips.
A bag of chips. To go with the tea?
All that in a bag of chips.
That's all wrong.
It is.
Well, I don't know. Does anybody have any last questions for Veritas before we get ready to, recap and highlight some things?
I mean, you've been great. Please come back with us,
please,
because we like you.
Yeah, I do too. Yes. I think you did an amazing job.
Thank you for having me.
Really Yeah, you did good, and I could relate to a lot of stuff that you were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you in the business field. I'm kind of like in the business field myself. So maybe I could, we'll talk on the side, or you got an iPhone?
I know, sorry, I'm a Samsung chick. I'm straight up
You know
Android.
what?
No
I'm thinking
iPhone.
about
No,
switching.
no.
I'm thinking about switching to that flip they got. That mug is cold. I would love to.
No.
You just got another phone.
I want to do this on somebody.
I'm an Android chick, but yes, I'm in the business field like all of you are. But it's been an absolute honor being here. Thank you so much for having
Thank
me.
you very
I
much.
did want to highlight a little bit about what kind of sum up some things that you were saying about, not making excuses. A lot of things that you've gone through, you made sure that you did not stop, didn't change your path. You wanted to make sure that you saw things through. So again, you want to get up, stop making excuses, stop being distracted, stop being afraid. Open your eyes and become laser focused on the vision and goals that you have set forth for yourself, and just see it through. I do have a poem that I wanted to end us with. It's a poem that's called See It Through. So when people are, as you're going through some things, as you're going through trials, tribulations, or going through some new things that maybe other people are saying is not what's good for you, reflect on this poem. It's when you're up against trouble, meet it squarely face to face. Lift your chin and set your shoulders. Plant your feet and take a brace. When it's vain to try to dodge it, do the best that you can do. You may fail, but you may conquer. See it through. Black may be the clouds about you, and your future may seem grim, but don't let your nerve desert you. Keep yourself in fighting trim. If the worst is bound to happen, spite of all that you do, running from it will not save you. See it through. Even hope may be futile when the troubles you're set, but remember you are facing just what other men have met. You may fail but fall, still fighting. Don't give up, whatever you do. Eyes front, head high to the finish. See it through. So I just want to make sure that people see things through. Don't let anybody stop you from what you're doing. So Veritas, and what you have said in the interviews that I've seen, it seems like you didn't let people stop you and you saw it through. So I just want to make sure that's a message that we see going out, that you'll see it through.
Amen. And thank you so much. Thank you.
Y'all
Any
look
last
real
words,
pretty today. Y'all look real pretty right now. I just want to let that be known. Black queens. Black queens.
You look great too. I love the
Thanks.
color because I like coloring my hair. I'm dying
Color is
with this,
nice.
and that color is bomb.
Thank you. Naija did it.
I did it. I did it.
Naija do my hair. That's my
I be hooking
stylist.
her up.
Beautiful.
That was me. I do hair.
That's my sister.
Okay. Naija, you want to head us out?
All right, y'all.
Dang.
We lit. We live.
We live.
We true be you. Y'all know. You know what? It don't even matter because we gonna stay lit.
Really?
Messed it up.
I didn't do it, Mary. I didn't do
I
it.
didn't do it right.
Mary, unmute yourself.
I
Like,
know.
you be
Well, you
muted. I can't hear
He
you.
muted me back. First, oh my God. Amazing show, everybody. You guys did amazing today. Thank you so much, Veritas, for coming on and inspiring the ladies. Everything you said, what I loved was that you hit home with everybody. I mean, you hit home with everybody. I didn't even know some of the things that you stated in reference to your story and all the things that you went through. I'm so grateful. Like, we were truly blessed by your testimony, and just being you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to just be you through after failure. Like, you're gonna mess up a lot. You know what I'm saying? Don't even beat yourself up. Like, hey, don't be tripping. Jesus ain't tripping. He closed the door on the day. You know what I'm saying? New day. So it's like, don't let the crowd hype you up and get you, thinking about stuff that Christ ain't even hung up on. And I loved everything that was represented today. I'm grateful with Jared and, jumping right on out the door and kind of just sharing that truth and sharing his truth and really wanting to know the answers. You know what I'm saying? And this is what this is for. Like, I want to know how to make it. I want to know how to get past this hurdle. Like, everything ain't always jump over. It could be under, around, or through, or tear it up, girl. Shoot.
Yeah.
But I loved it. I loved everything. Okay, so look. Okay, so So we're gonna do the outro. bring us all the way back on the screen. Okay, so we're gonna do the outro. Okay, so look, Tamoya started off. Then who up next? Naija. Then
No,
Gina.
Mary. No, you're wrong, Mary.
How
You're
am I
wrong.
wrong? Who
You're
started
wrong.
off? How we
Naija
doing?
starts it off.
Yeah, Naija was supposed to. She
Naija
started.
started. Okay, sorry. Okay, so you start with the We Lit. Who going to We Live? Raise your hand. There you go. Now yes, raise your hand. If We Lit, We Live. Who stay true? Stay true.
You know I do. So
I know that's right. and then you might as well do the BU. And
That's
then everybody rock truth. So we out? We good?
Okay.
Yeah,
we can exit.
To spare. Yeah.
I mean, we got 5 minutes to spare. I mean, anybody got any other questions?
Is Reverend Willie Joyner coming in or what?
Nah, I don't know how he got back in here, but no, he just definitely does the production. Shout out to Willie Joyner doing the production behind the scenes and all of the marketing stuff. I love it. I'm appreciative.
Black King.
Yes. We got 4 minutes. I mean, I think we can just go ahead and close. Plus, Veritas, I know your time is slightly limited. It's late. It's late. Yes, and I just want to add, because if Tamoy's gets a half tea, can I get crumpets? I think. Do you guys have crumpets?
I've got a whole packet of crumpets in my cupboard right now. So come and get
crumpets. Put me down.
What is a crumpet? What is a crumpet?
What is it?
I can't explain it, but it's so amazing. It's like some kind of bread, but it has loads of holes in it, and it's soft. And when you toast it a bit or heat it up and have it with some fried eggs and some beans, and sausages and bacon, it is bomb.
See, I'm saying crumpets. Yeah, and we're gonna have that and tea.
You have to have it hot and have some Earl Grey. You're good. You're set up.
Tea. Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm gonna get pink. We're gonna have to go there, or it won't work.
We can go there too. It don't matter.
Don't laugh at me, Veritas. I'm so serious. We can go to London. No, we can go to London. No, I want to go.
Yeah, because I don't want her to come here because we
it's not gonna work.
We gotta go there.
We ain't got nothing to show her. We ain't got nothing to really show her.
I definitely want to rather go to London.
You can come here and be with me.
I need to go to Washington. I need to see the White House. I got a lot to see in the States.
Okay, come get us then. Come get us.
Right.
Come get us.
We're right up north, Midwest.
We're right up there. Plan accordingly.
I like some Red Lobster. I like some Popeyes.
Girl, come on, get you some Popeyes. Girl,
and I like some Dunkin' Donuts, and some Dunkin' Donuts tea as well.
Yes,
American.
They don't have that out there.
We don't have Dunkin' Donuts. We have Krispy Kremes.
Red Lobster is what it used to be.
Krispy Kreme is better.
It is.
So we have Krispy Kremes because that's our vicinity. But Dunkin' Donuts, no, we don't have that.
No, because America runs on Dunkin'. Y'all know that.
The Krispy Kremes is better. Because America used to almost crash off Krispy Kremes.
Yes.
So that red light flip on.
Dunkin' Donuts are better, and I love the hot drinks too.
No, Krispy Kreme is so much better than Dunkin'.
People get obese off Krispy.
Yeah.
I had to let Krispy Kremes go a bit because I used to buy big boxes, and that was part of my weight gain journey.
Yes.
So when I went on my weight loss journey, the Krispy Kremes had to go.
They had to.
Nice. I guess you could take us out.
Well, goodbye, everybody. You guys have a great night, a blessed night. Be safe, stay dope, seek him. Thank you, Ms. Veritas. Seriously, I love you so much. Appreciation, your way, queen. We will be bringing you back. Yes. All right, ladies. Go ahead, take us on out of here.
All right, y'all. We lit.
We live.
We true. Stay you. Rock true. Every Monday. Every Monday, period.
Yes,
or every day if you want to be true every day.
I know that
every day. Every Monday for sure.
She's so silly. Peace, y'all.
Bye.